Hello. What were the pests that gave you the most problems in your vegetable garden last year? Have a think about it. What were the pests that gave you the most problems in your vegetable garden last year? Was it slugs? Well, I'm lucky I didn't have any slugs last year. If I did, I didn't have many, and the ones I did have, I've got some homemade slug traps in the garden. There is a video on the channel somewhere if you want to check it out. But if you had slugs last year, you really need to do something about them. You need to be thinking about it now. And if you're going to use slug pellets, I know it says that they're rain resistant. I'm not too sure that they are. If you scatter those about your vegetables, chances are the next time you do any digging, you'll dig them in. The rain will degrade them, and you'll probably scatter some over your lettuce, maybe even eat them. So take a look at those homemade slug traps of mine. Get yourself prepared for the coming season. Okay, so what else is there? Caterpillars. Do you have any caterpillars? I had caterpillars. I did net my brassicas to try and keep the butterflies off. It didn't work that well. Perhaps I didn't net them that well. I have some more netting this year. I'll try and make a better job of it, try and keep the butterflies off. No butterflies, no caterpillars. But the major problem for me last year was sparrows, house sparrows. One of my neighbours that lives quite close, his rooftop overlooks my veg patch, overlooks my raised beds, and under one of the roof tiles a family of sparrows nests every year. I'm not too sure it's the same one. I don't know how these things work, not with house sparrows anyway. But there's a brood comes every year. They overlook my raised beds. They get their eye on my peas and my beetroot just coming through, and that's where they have breakfast, my raised bed. And last year there must have been 20 or 30 sparrows, pecked the tops right off all my peas, pulled out most of the beetroot. Some beetroot did survive and I had a decent crop, the ones that survived, but I could have done much better had I kept the sparrows off. Now again I used netting, again I didn't make a very good job of it, and the sparrows actually came down and sat on the netting, so I made a nice perch for them so they could eat my peas and pull the beetroot out. So this year I need to try a bit harder. I'm going to try a bit harder with the netting, but I'm also going to try another deterrent. I'm going to try and frighten the sparrows. Now I only want to do this for a short period of time. When the young sparrows have fledged and they come down into the garden, that's the time I need to protect the peas and the beetroot. Any other time I want birds in my garden. I love birds in my garden. I just don't want a family of sparrows getting to my peas and my beetroot before I do. So I'll try and keep them out for that short period of time. This is something you might want to make, and this is all you need to make it. It's free. Some sellotape, some markers, some coloured markers, some scissors, and if you've got any old DVD discs, they come in handy. Old pop bottles, maybe a plastic dish from the kitchen, anything. I'll show you what I've made and I'll show you how I made it. Okay, take a look at this. Birds don't like cats. In fact, I'm not that keen of them myself. I'm more of a dog man, but birds don't like cats. So if we can make some pretend cats, put them in the garden next to where the peas and the beetroot are, perhaps we can put the birds off, perhaps we can frighten them a wee bit. Just until the peas get big enough and the beetroot get big enough, then we can take the cats out of the garden. Okay, so what do you do? Right, if you Google draw cats' faces, You'll get dozens of the things, hundreds of them. Copy one, however you do it, whether you can download it, whether you can cut and paste it into a Word document, whatever, get it on paper. Get some scissors and cut it out. Okay. When you've cut it out, if I can just reach this, look like that. Okay. Choose your colours, colour the eyes, colour the nose. Colour whatever you want to colour, just add a bit of colour. Okay. Now once you've done that, you'll find that this would sit nicely on that DVD. Just like that. And what I like about DVDs is that they're actually, once they catch the sun, they do glint. I mean, anything coming into your garden will notice this, particularly when it moves in the breeze. Obviously it's not moving in any breeze here, but that's what I like about these. Okay. Now then, once you've got this on there, you need to fix it. What I've done is, I've taken strips of sellotape and put it across, and put it across, and put it across, and trimmed it round. Because this will need to be waterproof. If it's going outside and it's paper, it'll just, well, it won't stand the rain, will it? So I use strips of sellotape and just put it across, and done the same on the other side. Okay, let me show you a couple I've made, see what you think. Okay, now these guys haven't got the sellotape on yet. What do you think? What do you think of that? Let's face it, if you were a bird, would you fancy sitting on the ground next to that? Or that? These guys haven't got sellotape on yet, by the way. I haven't quite finished them. One of the other ways you can waterproof these, if you've got any of these spare, these plastic envelopes, just pop it in there. It ain't going to get wet. Now then, you can prop these up, you can peg these up at anywhere in the garden where the birds are going to see them. If the birds see them, I'm hoping they won't come near them. Now, this is one I just put on the bottom of a dish. There's no need to waterproof that one, because when I sit there now, it's going nowhere, is it? You're getting a bird's eye view here. Blimey, would you come into the garden if you were a bird? With all that lot looking at you? I'm betting you wouldn't. Okay, let's have a look at this guy. Now this is how we're going to deploy them. We're going to drill a hole in the top, put it on a stick, let me move that, and that's going to stand like that. Now when the wind blows, let me just wind this up a bit. I'm hoping that when the wind blows, we'll actually get something like, oh, hold on, wait a minute. Let's spin it round. Well, yeah, I would like to think it'll, no it won't. That's it, that's it. So when the wind blows, this is what we're looking for, I think. Now that's going to catch your eye if you're a bird, is it not? Yeah, we'll stick it in like that. That's going to catch your eye if you're a bird. And I've also just used a pop bottle cut off, and I've put 3 on there. Now what I'm expecting to do with this is, with a much bigger stick, put this in the ground, and that sits on the top. I hope you're getting this. I'm not too sure. But I mean, what we're looking at is that blowing and twisting and moving in the wind. And that'll certainly catch a bird's eye, won't it? Okay, so this is what the sparrows have got to look forward to when they come to homegrown veg this year. All these cats, all with their eye on them. What do you think? Think it'll work? Well, in any case, even if it doesn't, they're fun to make. If you've got children will love to have a go at this. Be careful with scissors. Make sure you're there when the scissors are used. But hey, come on. Sometimes wildlife can be a pest, can't it? just when things are looking good, you get a visitor that eats your vegetables before you do. And that's what we're trying to prevent, isn't it? We want wildlife in our garden, but on our terms, don't we? We don't want to frighten it away completely, just when it would be inconvenient to have it. And that's when your seedlings are coming through, because they'll just pull them out. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this video. Expect to see these deployed in the garden when the summer months come, when we get some sowing done, when we get some plants sown. Okay, so this is Homegrown Veg, signing out.